Welcome to Wedding Day Podcast with your host, Sonja Babich, CEO of Iron Diamond Media, a leading wedding resource featuring 7 localized wedding brands across the country.
Hi everybody, Sonja here with Wedding Day Podcast. We're here at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton here in Portland, and I'm sitting here with Kathleen Crook-O'Donnell. She is the owner of Crook Point here in southern Oregon, and it is stunning. We have done a style shoot here actually. Amanda Jean did it, and it's absolutely amazing with the big rock in the ocean, and I'm just so honored that you're here with us and made the drive, 6-hour drive to be on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's truly an honor.
Yeah, thank you. Well, 7 generations have owned this property through the years, and you have it now, which is amazing. But it was your grandfather that came over. Did I read this right? What's the story? How he got this property?
So back in the middle of the 1800s, my third great grandfather, I think the story goes that there was too many people in the Midwest in Illinois. And so he wanted to move out where there were less people. And so he got on horseback and got on the Oregon Trail train. I believe he traveled with another family that one of his sons actually married into.
Oh, okay.
And a little bit of my research of genealogy, my dad was always a buff. And so came out west when the major push was in 1852. And then too many people in the upper Willamette Valley, so he went all the way through the state, actually into California, and then settled up in Southern Oregon. So the first to settle and the first white settler in that area in our little valley. So,
and this is so beautiful. And how many acres is it?
We have, I always think I'm a little humble about it, but we have about 3,000 acres.
And it's on the coast.
Just over 2 miles of coastline. And we're lucky in Oregon. So Oregon beaches are public, but we don't have to provide public access over private land. So if people rent Crook Point and their homes are homes there, then the beaches are essentially private, unless someone boats in, but no one does because it's so remote.
Yeah, and it's probably too high to get.
You can, we're halfway between 2 little local communities called Gold Beach and Brookings. Brookings is becoming more of a hot spot on the southern Oregon coast. It's a little more well known. It's getting a little bougie and a little more cultured. And so we're 15-20 minutes from town from either direction.
Oh,
so there's places to stay, places
you know what?
to eat.
That's closer to my Target, to my house, so that's nothing.
Yes. Although it's a bit of a drive. If you forget something, you have to go back to town.
Yes.
It can be arduous sometimes. But once people load up on all their stuff from local grocery store, then they come to Crook Point, get comfortable in one of our 8 homes, and just be like immersed in the space.
It's so like a storybook, just a beautiful storybook, and it sounds like you can paint your wedding day however you want it to be on your property. Not a lot of rules, just rent it for 2.5 days.
Yes.
If you want, of course, and really let your dreams fly on the property. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So my family's been renting homes since the 70s. And even before that, but the 70s was when my parents actually started that. My mom would do it in the summers when she was not teaching. So it was her summer activity to help supplement. And so the lodging's always been a part of our family and doing a little bit of hospitality. And so when people will want to come for events, they'll be able to
stay at one of the houses.
Stay at one of the houses. If it's a small event, then it's curated based on whatever their wish is. If they want to have an informal barbecue, or if they want to have a brunch, or if you want to rent out everything and have a big event, it can be scattered, across the property. But it's really personal, and we have because of the homes, there's lots of flexibility in what fits not just your event size, but what fits your vision and what sort of what you're looking for.
Yeah. Well, what's in right now is experience, and your property is literally definition of an experience.
Yes.
So, but it's also a cattle ranch, right? So what does that mean? Is there cows? Oh, wow.
There are cattle. We have about, I think we have about 80 head of moms of female cows. So when we're calving now, or have most of our calves are born at this point. But so we have about 150 head of cattle running around, but they're on the east side of the highway.
Okay,
So
they don't interfere with the wedding day festivities.
Well, there's one house on the east side, our Murphy Estate house, and so sometimes they'll come in the morning and hang out, and then you just tell them to go home, and they'll go up to the main, up above.
Go home.
So go home.
Go home.
So sometimes guests are a little surprised.
So you kind of dove more into the weddings recently, right? Like really like immersed in it. And was that a couple years ago? When did you decide to take that leap?
So I jumped in as sort of an accident. In 2017, a family member had passed, and she was my brother's wife. She was running our lodging. Hospitality. We had done weddings over the years, sort of like word of mouth in the community, or vacationers would want to come back and get married. They're like, it's so perfect. There's houses and the beach, and it's just beautiful. And so we knew weddings were something that we should look into. And then after she passed, my family asked me to help out. And so it was my side hustle with my full-time job in San Francisco. And so I had planned my own wedding in San Francisco, and so I started researching and sort of started my journey there in 2018. So we did our website and found pictures of weddings that had happened, and sort of created, yes, we do weddings, and then just did it organically.
Yeah, well, that's usually how it starts. Yeah. And you find it's like a passion project at first, and then you're like, oh, this is like, I can see this forever. So what is the largest wedding that you've done on the property, and what's the smallest? Because like you said, micro weddings are kind of a fun thing to do, but I'm sure you get some interest to do a big tent wedding probably on the property.
We do. We do more than just weddings. We'll do corporate events and retreats as well, but our biggest event was probably 280.
Okay.
So, and the lawn is, our Arch Rock main lawn is huge. It's over 40,000 square feet of grass.
Okay.
So you could do even bigger, but we're set up with event rentals to do about like 280 to 300, depending on what they're looking for. And for a small event, we'll have elopements of just 2 people, and they'll ask for some event rentals, and we'll help them, we'll help curate what vendors to use. We have a preferred list, but we're always going to give advice if they ask. And they'll rent out a house and have a romantic moment in the redwoods or on the corridor or on our property. Sandstone Point was where the style shoot was.
I was just going to say, like, this model is literally standing like on this like beautiful like a long grass hill in a sense, and you see the big boulder in the ocean in the distance. It's just like, it doesn't even look real. And that's what you look at every single day, which is just like crazy. Like, I feel honored to know you. That's your world.
It is. I mean, again, because of our family history and sort of just the way things happened, where I knew my family needed help. It was a really natural leap for me with my corporate experience. But where our main lawn is, which is, your team had looked at it a little bit, but the style shoot was over at our cove in Sandstone Point. But where the main lawn is where my grandmother's house was, and she helped raise us. I spent every day after school from kindergarten through 6th grade, and every major family gathering for our family was there. And so there's just something so special. There's this energy that, and I'm not like an energy person, but when the minute you come around the turn, it just feels so good.
At peace.
Yeah, and then you have the roar of the ocean when you open your car door. And I don't know, it's a sense of calm, almost therapeutic too. It's just weddings and gatherings they're just meant to be there. And and so it happened to the opportunity came, and my family needed help on it, but it was more around like organically, like what makes sense in each space, and how do we make it just easy and inviting and such.
That's awesome. Well, Mike, how many people just have in general a bucket list to get to the Oregon coast? And this is your daily life. And now there's opportunity to actually make it happen and have a wedding celebration there, which is like creme de la creme, you know. So more that people know about you, I'm just like honored to like spread the word. And but this style shoot that we did, that I'm managing, and my creative director and editor, like it's outer space. So everybody has to check it out, because it's like helps just paint the picture and the beauty, and it's just so organic. Like there's not much that you really have to do, because it's just so naturally beautiful.
Well, your team also did, with Amanda Jean, did an amazing job. The editorial was so organic, but so elevated, which I feel is, you know, it was such a beautiful fit, because you can still have that rustic, natural, outdoorsy experience, but you can still feel like it's, you know, you can be decked out and in a tux and in a beautiful gown, and it doesn't look out of place.
Yeah. So, okay, on your property, do you require a wedding planner, or what, or do you have a coordinator, or like what's the ideal, or what's the image, like paint the picture?
We do require that you have at least a day of coordinator. We're remote. We're 6 hours from Portland. It's a 7-8 hour drive from San Francisco. There is a really great local airport you can get into really easily, about 50 minutes away in Crescent City. But it's really helpful to know the space, know the vendor team, you know, choices, and understand how that really works. So it's really important, as in any wedding, and as a former wedding planner professional yourself, like it helps to have someone help you with that, but also who just knows the players, depending on what you're looking for.
And probably your big player is weather, right? Like, how does weather partake, like, in your area? Like, how does, I'm sure it's a curveball. Like, again,
it's the Oregon coast.
Yeah, and like with any wedding, like, let's say even Minnesota, like, you can't, your day's going to happen regardless. And people go, you don't watch the weather? I'm like, no, because I'm still going to get the bride down the aisle. I'm like, the show's going to happen. Is Mother Nature going to give me a curveball? Yeah, but my blood pressure going to get high a little bit.
That's why you have a good vendor team back up, and you know who to call.
Exactly.
We have an amazing vendor that's a few hours away that has tents. So we actually just we're recommending that a couple put a call to them even for this upcoming weekend, because there's a little bit of rain coming, so they might need a backup.
And that's just showing that you care. And again, you're on the coast.
So I mean, it's understanding how to help navigate
and pivot,
knowing the right weather apps. For smaller events, up to 50, we can actually move it indoors. Our largest home, from a square footage, can handle 50 people inside.
Oh, that's great.
Along with a dancing bar area as well. So that really provides that flexibility and a backup plan. This weekend, we might be moving the reception up.
I heard, I'm like, we got this heat wave right now, and they're like, it might be changing. So well, and it's good to have those backup plans, and it's realistic in any wedding, any location, to know your plan B and your plan C with weather.
Absolutely.
If you're planning anything outside, it's just
the way it is.
It's just the way it is in any state. So, but you have your plans, and you have your backups, and you have those pros that got your back. So that's good. And again, they want to be at your property. Like, they're not going to say no technically to a sale, right? And protect that wedding day.
We'll actually have the tent rental company has called me in the past, because weather was not looking good and there were tentative holds, and they would call us and say, I think you're gonna need it. We want to make sure you guys are covered because of the relationship, and I'll help counsel the couple through. And now our venue manager, she takes on that role for me, but and make sure that they know, like, they're gonna need to make a decision to make sure their event is going to be wonderful and comfortable,
and
enjoyable.
You're just going to say yes because you want to make sure your wedding day is perfect. But you also said that your weddings only happen between May and October.
For the most part, yes. It's just risky in the winter. We don't have a dedicated large space yet. We're working on it. We're working on putting in a new event pavilion, but it's a slow process.
It's a business, and like money doesn't grow on trees.
Yes, that's for sure. And so most of our events, I would say larger, like more full service weddings, are going to be in middle of May, usually starting around Memorial Day, and then they'll go through mid-October, some months end of October.
And you do a lot of weddings in between them. When you told me how many you do, I went, oofta, you got your running shoes on during this time. And also the part of like thinking about during that time is the maintaining of the property to make sure it's always staying beautiful. Like, that's a lot of work. And you say 3,000 acres? That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. So in the summer months, this is our largest, our team's the largest that it's ever been during the main season. We have 20 people on staff. Wow. And then in off season, it's about 12 to 13 year round. And even if we're not that busy, we have lodging so year round. So we definitely have guests that come and stay with us. But that's when we're doing all of our projects to figure out what we need to improve upon, what maintenance and like upkeep we need to do. We're just as busy in the winter as we are in the summer, but it's a balance.
Yeah, well, and it's teamwork.
Mm-hmm. I'm so fortunate. I feel like it's everyone, and I believe the team feels this way too, that it's an extended family. They're a part of the Crook family. I am so blessed as someone who's running an organization that I have so much faith and trust and appreciation in all of their team members. Housekeepers are the most important. If we don't have clean houses, then you can't run a resort. And so respecting and acknowledging everyone's effort is so key. And making sure everyone has a voice. So I feel we just had our staff meeting on the way up when we were driving up this morning. Yeah. And it was just it's fun. It's entertaining for the most part. Sometimes not always. It's always colorful at times too. But
you're sharing the memories together too. Yeah. And especially when it's like a family-owned business, you should pay attention when you're doing those tours, and you can pay attention of the bond of the team. Like you can tell like the smiles to each other, and you can tell the nonverbals right away if everybody's getting along or not. And so it is important to feel the energy right away in that tour when you're picking your perfect venue. So, but again, who couldn't be happy working weddings on your property? It's such a dream.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you, Sonja. Again, it was really an honor. So we're excited for the event tomorrow.
Yay. Well, thank you everybody for tuning into Wedding Day Podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye.